Tyler Danger Dean's here with azmusicmag.com. I recently had the opportunity to sit down with the kick-ass Tempe band LightSpeedGo at the Tempe Tavern.
The band was your idea initially?
It was.
How did it?
It was like
create?
Johnny's idea, actually.
Yeah.
He just. I was looking for a band. Nick was looking for a band, and he just.
Yeah, we both had songs. It was just kind of mutual. You know, thanks to our buddy Johnny.
Where's Johnny now?
Johnny, he's in No Gimmick. He's still in it.
Still.
Yeah, still.
20 years later.
20 years later, they're still going strong.
2 albums out now, or you're about to release your second?
One EP out now. We're about to put out another EP, and we also have a split 7-inch coming out with Guttermouth and No Gimmick as well. And that should be out in March.
Respectively.
Yeah. So we hear.
You talked about getting more aggressive with the new album. How do you feel that's demonstrated in it?
Well, I think getting deeper into the lyrics, you know, like got some more songs that maybe have some more substance to them than just like singing about some girl who left me or something.
We moved a little away from like the pop punk and more into like the skate punk kind of genre with some of the new songs, which I'm excited about because I like that.
Do you guys have any problems making the new album?
How much time you got?
Yeah. Like,
Well, it's always tough when you have 4 guys in a band who are trying to come together to make one thing, but you know, happens with every band. All you can do is just talk about it and get through it, and I think that's what we're doing.
yeah, you know, and when you track at one place and then have someone else mix and master, you just have so many different people involved and different ideas, and a lot of different people kind of have their hands in it. So you got all these other people on the outside, and then the 4 guys actually in the band. So it's definitely a long process, but I think this album sounds much better than the last one.
It's gonna blow your mind.
It's definitely the most thing I've been proud of.
Yeah, it's pretty polished, and yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into it. So
It sucks you can blame these two.
yeah, we'll blame the drummer. It seems to be the trend in LightSpeedGo.
You guys have worked with a lot of really interesting people over the years, the last few years.
Yeah. Interesting to say the least.
What's it like sharing the stage with some of these huge names?
Starstruck a little bit sometimes, like especially with like Face to Face. Like they're one of my favorite bands, and we got to play with them recently. Strung Out's another one. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Definitely a learning experience being around those guys.
How do you feel Arizona's influenced your music?
Me, I'm from here. For me, growing up, it was fun going to like Hollywood Alley in the younger days and seeing like Jimmy Eat World play to nobody. You know, that was a lot of fun. You know, and just going to the Yucca. I mean, we played there since we were kids, and since they would let us in the door. Sometimes we snuck in just to play. So, yeah, it was fun. I like it.
Yeah, being from Massachusetts, I moved to Arizona, I think in like 2007. So, like Massachusetts at that time was kind of like the mecca of heavy metal. So I was playing in metal bands and kind of doing the metal thing. And then when I moved here, playing with Paul and I were in a band called Off the Mark. Paul had been in that for quite some time before I moved here. And that definitely really got me back into kind of the West Coast punk thing, but still kind of have my metal roots and drives these guys nuts sometimes, and I'm like crashing on my drums and everything, but you know, it's cool though. It's definitely cool.
How do you feel Arizonans have been influenced by your music?
That's on you, Nick.
They're happier, grinning ear to ear, 'cause, you know, the music's so happy.
But I'm glad to be like in the Arizona music scene now and punk rock when it's starting to come back, because for a while, like when I first moved here, there were shows like every weekend. Like that's I was going to shows all the time, and then it kind of just dried out for a while, where it was like.
Yeah, in the late 2000s.
Yeah, it's
it was
like, oh, unless you
really,
wanted
really
to go
difficult.
see a metal band, which he likes that, I'm not in.
You guys have received an amazing reception, not only in Arizona, but also California. In fact, I believe you guys have a show in 3 days.
Yeah, Friday
Costa
we're playing in
Mesa?
Costa Mesa, yeah.
Does that become a problem ever? You guys traveling like constantly? Or?
Well, it's always a problem. All of us drive small cars, so it's always like a convoy to go anywhere out of town. I mean, we want to buy a van and a trailer, but it costs money that we don't have. So, I mean, we try to go out as much as we can when it's feasible. But yeah, we played California a couple times now, and it's been a blast every time.
So you guys are trying to create, or have created, the authentic 90s West Coast style punk rock. What were your inspirations trying to come into that? Is just all the bands that you've seen over the years and all the people that you liked? Or?
I think that's just all we've listened to growing up, and it's not something we tried to go for. It's just kind of how it comes out. I think that's just how we write, because that's what we love.
And there's a lot of success with that today, even though it's not the 90s anymore. Everybody's still loving it.
It's coming back. The Phoenix scene's coming back.